everybody. This is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. Today I'm really excited to talk to you guys about Barletta for 2026. This is an Aria 22 UC, so it's a very, very popular model from us. I'll get into the details of why that is, but basically with Barletta, long story short, they've got, they're one of the fastest growing companies in the industry. About 2 years ago, they introduced this Aria series, which kind of brought them down. They've always been known as a premium brand. This boat certainly is not the least expensive boat out there, but it's getting the price down from that brand name with all the Barletta quality, all the Barletta features into a little bit more reasonable price point. So tons of value packed in here. The thing that I really urge everybody who's looking and shopping for a pontoon to do when they look at a Barletta Aria is look at the list of standard features that's included on that boat. I'm going to be going through a few of those today, but there's a whole long list where literally you can add up everything that's usually optional from most brands, and it could be like $10,000 gets added to this boat just automatically. That's included. Things like pop-up stainless steel cleats, docking lights, stainless steel end caps, nice stainless steel ladder systems, power bimini top where you can push the top up and down with the push of a button. A lot of things like that is already standard, already included on the Barletta Aria. Other things like high fence panels. This has got a new look for 2026 with kind of a new fence pattern shaping, which looks pretty cool. This particular boat we're going to go through is the UC model, so that's going to have the Ultra Lounger in the back. We'll show you how that's pretty cool. And then this particular boat's got the blackout package upgrade, so you see the black fencing, the standard fencing is going to be silver on this boat. This gives it kind of that high-end, more luxury look, even at a reasonable price point. So this particular boat here is going to be equipped as a tri-tune with a Mercury 150 horsepower, so that's kind of your meat and potatoes, kind of like get out there, get into a tri-tune, value price, but luxury features. You could also upgrade to a 200 horsepower on this boat, or you could buy a two-tune version, a bi-tune, all right, with like a 60, 90, or 115. So we're going to start on the transom, then we'll work our way inside the boat. Let's take a look. So this is a key feature to this boat. It's kind of what's put Barletta on the map several years ago. They were the first company to come out with something like this, and they still have the best one. But we already saw when I was sitting up, that middle seat tilts forward to kind of have more of a traditional, just backward-facing seat. However, we've got multiple different options and ways we can sit. So if we wanted to sit with our full legs out, we can sit just like this. All right, if we want to sit facing forward, we just flip that forward, kind of have a more traditional 3 or 4 across seating going forward. We actually could pull this all the way down and make a bed if we wanted to, a full length, full bed setup. So definitely all kinds of versatility. Talked about that, as far as pushing that up for rear face seating, but in general, just a ton of versatility in how you use the seat. All right, little storage compartment under here, traditional storage. All right, good water management system, good storage compartments. I also like the location of the battery switch, which is easily accessible to turn the batteries on and off. Just over here on the starboard side, down by the lounger. Plenty of cup holders everywhere. There's 6 cup holders built into the lounger. So again, really, really good setup on the Ultra Lounger from Barletta. So helm area is obviously super important. The driver spends a lot of time here. I always really like the way that Barletta's helms are laid out. They're not super like bulbous. They're pretty slick, sleek, kind of race car inspired. I'm 6'2". I've got all kinds of leg room, tons of leg room. I'm not hitting my leg on the steering wheel. We've got adjustable wheel, tilt. We've got a standard GPS unit here on the right. We've got stereo controls on the left. Nice JBL system, 4-speaker system standard on this boat. Really, really nice backlit switches here off to the right. We've got a little bit of digital display, RPM gauge, that type of stuff. I also like how the throttle control really conveniently located along the right-hand side. Some boats would kind of have like a pinnacle mount up on the dash. It's a little awkward to use. This one doesn't. We also have the switch over here to my right, conveniently located to power the bimini top. So again, bimini top, even on this boat that's a little bit more value priced, is a standard feature as far as a power bimini. So you don't have to mess around getting it up and down manually. You can do that just with a push of a button, which is really, really slick. 12 person capacity on this tri-tune. Good amount of space for everybody to sit. Since it is a tri-tune, we have a nice big deep ski locker here in the center. Okay, that's where the cover is located. That's a good point to talk about the cover. On the 2026 Barlettas, they have a brand new cover system. Definitely check out the video that shows that. It is really cool. It's a lot easier to put on and off compared to others. It's really a truly innovative design in the industry. No tent poles, no nothing, so it's a really, really slick cover system. Unique to Barletta, patented design for 2026. It's an important thing to point out. Barletta is known for innovation and stuff like that, and that's a huge upgrade for 2026. We've got the dual captain's chairs on this UC model. The second captain's chair here on the port side. We've got a phone holder. Throughout the boat, there's several different charging ports for your cell phone, that type of thing. 2 cup holders here along the port side. And then as we move it up to the bow, I always point out the doggy dock view doors. You can see that on the port side over here. I don't know if they'll come through in the video. You can actually see through that bottom portion. And then on the front, same thing. And I really like this when you're actually trying to dock a boat in the front. You can actually see the dock coming. You don't have to like stand up and you can actually see it through the gate there. So really, really slick setup there. Another dog positive feature, doggy dish door located over here, or small children where they can put their Fruit Loops or whatever. You can do that too over here on the port side. And again, the Aria model, this is their value model, but in the grand scheme of the industry, this is a good, solid, like middle to middle upper level boat. Again, look at that strong list of standard features. Look and feel the upholstery. They're actually using the exact same material and the upholstery all the way up and down the line. They just changed some things like, on the Cabrillo model, the furniture goes up about 2 inches higher. It's maybe an inch or two wider, than the Aria, but still the materials, the stitching, the fit and finish is all real excellent on the Barletta Aria. The other thing I really like is, again, me being a bigger guy, I'm sitting here. A lot of times I'll get in pontoon boats. One of the first pet peeves I always do is I kind of sit on the edge of the seat like this. Sometimes you'll end up there, whether it's by accident or whatever, and sometimes literally the seat will flip up because there's no base built in underneath here. But Barletta designs this really, really well where, I can put all my weight here and you're not even thinking about the seat flipping up behind me. Just something dumb that a lot of times you don't even think of till after you bought the boat. But again, really, really good aesthetic setup here with the Barletta Aria. Again, I can't stress this enough. Take a look at all the features that are included. Compare, price-wise where this is going to come out. Because by no means is this the least expensive boat in the industry, but for what you get for the money, I mean, there are boats that are cheaper out there, but you're getting a lot less. When you consider the VIP technology, the tri-tune setup, power bimini top, all pretty much everything that you need on the boat is already included. That's such a big difference. So, in summary, thanks for checking out the Barletta Aria 22 UC with us from Buckeye Sports Center. For more information on this boat and many others, visit our website, buckeyesportscenter.com. Subscribe to our YouTube page where we do videos on pontoons like Barletta as well as many other brands as well. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the water.